Disappointing, yes, but it is what it is. You're listening to the All Burgundy and Gold Everything Commanders post game show, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia. The Washington Commanders on Monday night fell to the Kansas City Chiefs 28-7. I'm Wole. I'm joined with my guys, George and Glen. But before we talk about this game, because we've got a lot to talk about, we got to knock out some logistics. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errrything. Also, tweet us at ABG_Errrything and hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errrything. Also, make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Gold Errrything YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. Each super chat will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Our post-game show is also being streamed on the Urban Sports Scene X handle as well. All right, George, Glen mentioned the score 28-7. Game started promising. Young guys were playing. We saw some good things out there, but I want to get Glen. I'm going to start with you since you weren't on the pregame. What are your overall thoughts on the game, my guy?
They fought. they didn't give up. You saw some good things first half. What a great first half by the Washington Commanders team. You had two takeaways. You just couldn't capitalize on it because they didn't get any scores on the takeaways. I mean, this game could have been something different. They came out well. One thing this team didn't do tonight that they have done, which they didn't run the football. Running the football is important. They were out on the couple 3 and outs.
In the second half, you mean the second half? In the
second half, second half. Marcus, I can't even say Marcus was off. They didn't catch the football. Right, first half they was catching everything because he only threw 3 incomplete passes. Right, second half, things got dropped. Right, and that because the time sped up. The players, they Kansas City defense was beating them up, and so he was able to sit there. Hey, this team, but you did see Terry McLaurin back, and he makes a difference, right?
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about that.
So
we're going to talk about that. We definitely want to talk about that.
Like I said, tale of two halves for this team, Washington Commanders team, and it's the injury bug. The injuries are affecting this football team. It is. It's just you don't have all your horses and all your people playing. It affects you. So they're affected by that.
George, thoughts on the game, my guy? You on mute, George?
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Sorry about that. I was so proud of this team at halftime because, yes, they were making mistakes and they were frustrating us. And believe me, we're going to get to all those. But you could at least see in the first half that they gave a damn, that they played with energy, they played with fire, they were making great play. They were making great plays. I was so proud of them. And some of the second half is they just got worn down. And you got to hand it to Patrick Mahomes because it's almost a cheat code. Because and for anybody that has kids that want to play quarterback that like to run around, just watch Patrick Mahomes because he's not running to put himself in danger. He's running to extend the play. And sometimes he's got – and what I give him credit is because for a few years, he wouldn't run to make positive gains except in the playoffs. He's got back to that. It's been huge for him and huge for that offense because they've needed it at times. It wasn't true tonight, unfortunately, but he's oftentimes been their only running game because their running backs haven't produced. But it's impossible to keep this guy down when he can extend the play 4, 5, 6 seconds, and it's just the accuracy and the ability to flick the wrist and all these other things. So it's like you can't. It's almost impossible to hold back the tide, which is why most of my venom, and I would suspect the venom of everybody on this panel is going to be directed at one man, and it's not Joe Witt, it's Cliff Kingsbury. And I'm not going to get too far into it now because we're going to have plenty of time to do that. But man, Cliff Kingsbury, after a really good start in the game, really made me angry with some of the things he did tonight. And at this point, maybe it'll change in the next 9 games. I am not going to be sorry if he's leaving at the end of the year. If we're talking right now.
Mm.
Yeah. So for me, that's a good. That's who to me like the main culprit is for me is is Cliff Kingsbury, just on play calling alone down like when those turnovers happen, right? Because they were making good defensive plays. Shout out to Marshawn Lattimore because that was a big time interception and he played well. Like with all the, and I know we asked Candy. I mean, somebody in the chat asked Candy this question, and it was a good question. It was, do you think that the players and coaches are hearing the noise on the outside? And I think they are, to be honest with you. I think they are, and for him to have that type of play. You can tell it felt good for him. You can tell how the players rallied to him. You can tell that's when I knew that they are hearing the noise because when he had that pick, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna hype him up because he's been getting bad press and the fans have kind of been really ill on him. Then you got Bobby with the interception. Same thing. You can see the energy. There's a certain type of energy for those dudes when they made those plays. But to your point, I thought the defense made plays early, and you have to take advantage of those situations. And if you don't score and get nothing out of it, then you're like wasting an opportunity to put a good Kansas City Chiefs team away. That is a championship contending team. You have one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Patrick Mahomes. You got to take advantage of those situations. If you end up even being tied 7-7 going to halftime, you feel like you kind of squandered an opportunity to be up 17-7, 21-7, anything like that. You squandered that opportunity. So looking at that, I'm like, all right, you should have. Yeah, should be happy you're in the game, but you should have a lead because of the plays you made in that first half. And I felt like if you're going to have that gunslinging mentality, and when I mean gunslinging, I'm not talking about throwing a football, but I mean like, wrong term, gambler mentality and go for it at times, then I need you to have better play selection on third down. Like if you know that you're going to go for it on fourth, then why? And it's 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3. Again, the Kansas City Chiefs, we said this on the pregame show. They average yards per carry. It's 4.9. Why are you not running the football? And I'm gonna say this too, man. I know, like, hey, I might catch some flack for it, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. We gotta do running back by committee. All right, and I know that a lot of people are infatuated with Bill. But if this was, and I'm gonna be real with you. If Brian Robinson Jr. was doing the same thing in terms of end all be all productions, y'all would hate this. Y'all would hate him right now.
But I get that, but nobody runs on them, and nobody runs on Kansas City.
They do. They average 4.9 yards per carry. Didn't I just say that?
But 4.9
yards a carry. You run on them, Glenn. If a team averages 4.9 yards a carry, you're not running on them.
Yo,
look what they rank. Look at the stats. No, forget nobody runs on Kansas. Look at the stats this season. They averaged 4.9 yards a carry against the Kansas City Chiefs before this game.
Yeah, but look, a lot of that was early on. But if you look at the game,
before this game, 4.9. Right. We're not. Look, I'm giving y'all straight facts.
The facts is that the first 2 games when they didn't have anybody, they sucked. I watched the last 3 Kansas City games
the last 2 games. The Giants, a bad team. They still ran the ball on them. Who else? They haven't played.
The Raiders didn't run the ball on them.
The Raiders, they didn't run the ball on us. The Raiders run the ball on us in terms of average yards to carry.
So what I'm saying is those
Raiders only in 30 plays, Glenn.
Did 30 plays. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing here? 4.9. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I did last year with the Commanders. When you average 4.9 or over 4-point-something yards a game, you're not a good run defense. That's just what it is.
You can't run the ball when you're down by 20-something.
No, it was 7-7. I'm not talking about end of the game. We're 7-7. They didn't run the football. They did not run the ball.
It didn't become 7-7.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, Glenn.
I
3rd and 2. You listen. Let me say this again. 3rd and 2. 0-0. Game is 0-0. 3rd and 2. You're going for it on 4th regardless. 3rd and 2. A team averages 4.9 yards a game, rushing yards. Look what Kansas City did. Washington can't stop the run. Did they not run? Did they not stop running the football?
But you got to understand, Larry, your best offensive lineman was out the game.
No,
Larry Tunsil was out the game.
You're saying this early. You're saying later on. I'm telling you, early in the game when Larry Tunsil was in the game, it was 0-0. 3rd and 2. You're not, and you're going for it. You're not running the football. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what happened at the end of the game. I'm telling you what happened during when it was 0-0 for a while. I'm not even making this up. They not running the football against a team that don't stop the run. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you're talking about when you're down 21-7, yes, you're supposed to throw the football. But when you're up, when you're 0-0, when the game is in the mix and you're not running the football, that is a problem. That's a problem. Cliff came, he started the game throwing the football for real against a team that don't stop the run. Kansas City's better against the pass than they are against the run, to be real with you. If you want to keep the beam, their secondary is better than the way they stop the run. You throwing the ball against that? McDuffie's one of the better corners in the NFL. But you're attacking McDuffie. But he's one of the best corners in the NFL.
Hey, but you're attacking that dude because if you don't throw the ball to Cherry McLaurin, you got another conversation.
I agree, but I'm just telling you, no, I agree with that, but I'm telling you for what it is, game plan for what it is. If I know that, all right, just anything, it's a simplistic thing of football. If a team comes in there averaging damn near 5 yards a carry on me, 5 yards a carry, and I'm saying, no, I'm gonna throw the football. That's a terrible. Thank you, yeah, bro. Here we go. Cliff the ball through twice on third. Yes. And third, look, here you go. They had 9 in the box, and Marcus beat them consistently with his arm. I don't care if you have 9 in the box. They still were able to get 1 yard when they ran. When they run with Nichols.
Or Chris
Rodriguez.
Yo, but again, if you get 9 in the box, offensive coordinator, and I'm telling anybody, 9 in the box, offensive coordinator is going to throw the football.
Were they really? And to add it, they were playing man, and they weren't even all 9 in the box. Let me keep it running. They really.
Well, they had 8. We had 8 in the box.
8 in the box. That's what I'm saying. Paul was going to say they didn't really have all 9. Like 8 in the box. All I'm saying.
7, 8 in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you said. Run the football. I understand. I'm a big run the football. I'm a big run the football guy. Right. Yeah. I'm a big run the football guy.
Yeah.
But the defense has tightened up on him, and they felt like just say what Kansas City does. Kansas City very rarely runs the football. They run the football, just keep it honest. They throw screens, and that's their way to run the football. That's the way Kansas City does it. So that's the game has changed into the way that Cliff Kingsbury is thinking, let me throw screens, let me get there. It's no different than what Scott Turner used to do. Let's be honest. It's not no different what EB used to do. We used to get on EB for the same thing. And Scott Turner for the problem. And Scott Turner for the same thing. It would be third down, third and 1, third and 2. It's the culture of the league. And that's the way people have done it. You don't have you should trust a Bill. You should trust the McNichols. To get that, look at Mariota later on in the game. Even in this first half, when he was at 3rd and 2, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, it was McNichols coming out of the backfield with swing passes instead of running the football. This is the new league that we're in, the NFL, that the swing pass or the screen is your run.
Oh, man, appreciate the super chat. Yeah, thank you, country. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat, my guy.
Thank you, country boy.
Boy, thank you. Appreciate you. All I'm saying is this, bro. I know because the last year, this is how they played last year, and this is how they won. I'm gonna give you an example. This is what they did last year. They knew they were going for it. They had no issue with running. Rory, okay, that was Rory. Okay, I couldn't tell because YouTube changed it. Appreciate you, Rory. I knew it was something. Thank you, appreciate you, Rory. Oh yeah, Rory. I wouldn't even send you. I wouldn't even show that. I didn't know who it was. But this is what it was. I'm gonna be real with you. If last year when we did when we was going for it, everybody knew we was going for it. We were running on 3rd down, and everybody and people would be in the box. They would be in the box. It would because that was our style. We were run. They wanted to keep everything in front of us. That was our style. It didn't matter though. It just didn't matter. That's all I'm saying is my issue with what happened is if you're gonna go be that go, if you're gonna, and I'm just talking about the first, because we're talking about the first quarter playing. Yeah, we're talking about the first quarter, the first half, when those opportunities were when you were going for it. If you would decide if I'm gonna go for it, I'm not gonna run a screen pass or whatever and lose 2 yards and get me down or take a sack to get me down to 3rd. If I'm going for it, possibly get a sack and give me the 4th and 6. When I can just give me a couple of runs and give me down to 4. If it's going to be 4th down, 4th and 1, 4th and 1.5. I'm in a better situation. 4th and 1, you threw a bomb to Terry. Like what? That's the play design?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like it gotta be smarter than that, man. That's all I'm saying.
And that's after the previous 2 plays. Big Wiggle also pointed that out to me. That's where I was very happy with Cliff's calling. I thought the first drive, they were going quick game. They were mixing up the tempo. I liked what he was doing. And in that second drive, right up into that 2nd and 2, I felt the same way, Big Wiggle. I thought he was doing a good job. And then Mariota gets that 8-yard run, and then next 3 plays, I just don't get it. I mean, try one run somewhere with one of your running backs.
Yeah,
I mean, that's –
Go ahead, George.
And Glen, I understand where you're coming from about where the league is going. But that's where I get in the situation where it's like, just because – it's like what your parents used to tell you. Just because little Johnny thinks it's a good idea doesn't mean you need to do it too.
All right, Rory got one. And I want to ask about this. Your question about
yes. That
does that Earth spot on the like? What is going on? Like in these like I ain't
even on the replay. The announcers are like he turned and the ball was over the virtual line before his knee hit. That was terrible.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you something. I'm glad you brought up Zach Ertz.
Oh yeah,
I kind of had enough of Zach Ertz now.
Yeah,
it's like this catching the ball and immediately going down and can never break a tackle. I've had it. I think it's – I don't – and don't give me, Ben Sinnott can't block. You never asked Zach Ertz to block. So don't give me that.
All right.
It's time to see more Ben Sinnott. Hell, John Bates made a play in the pattern. I couldn't believe that. You could have knocked me over with a feather when they threw it to Bates. He caught it and then had another 10 yards. I've had enough of Zach Ertz. It's time to try these other tight ends.
To be fair, to Glen's point, my bad, Glen. Tunsil was out for most of the first half, so that's the correction.
Yep, he was.
There's correction. That's a correction. So to my error. We cool. But I felt like he did have a great catch.
He had a big play.
Yeah, big play. Missed the block though. Missed a couple blocks too. To be real with you, missed a couple key blocks on the run game.
And that's the other thing. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends, and if Trent Scott were active tonight, he's not. But Trent Scott, as a tackle eligible, has been effective blocking this year. So let's think about that too.
Darnell agreed. 4th and 1 should be a run or a swing pass. Exactly.
Yes.
Like 4th and 1, we'll be like, come on, like because now you're gonna have people arms second. Like when one thing about 4th and 1 on a 4th and 1. Rarely, if you don't get it, rarely folks are going to look at you sideways. You're going to be like, all right, 4th and 1, you're supposed to run the football. You just weren't man enough. You do a 4th and run and do a bomb and to nobody, then it's like, why even do it? Like, what kind of play was that? Like, you obviously weren't prepared for that. Like, I just looking at this game, just as a nutshell, like, I think it is what it is. Like, the first half, just like everybody else, we were all excited about the first half, right? 7-7, tied it. Even I felt like we didn't capitalize on our opportunities. Obviously, 2 turnovers. We're supposed to have a lead. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, because you got Marcus Mariota throws the interception at the 22.
Oh, that interception was deep. Debo's interception. Yes, I call that Debo's interception.
Debo's interception. Debo's interception at the 22-yard line.
Yeah,
on their first drive, right? They get down to the 22. So you look at that, they could have had an opportunity to at least walk away with 3 or even 7 there, right? Because they already in red zone. Their first several possessions, they were already crossed the Kansas City Chiefs 50-yard line. Mm-hmm. So you got to look at some of those situations too. Where it cost the Washington Commanders some points. It makes a difference in the game, right? Washington could have had a lead. But I think George said it earlier when we first came on, even if they had a lead, with the way people was dropping, would they have been able to sustain the lead that they had, right? Because, again, defense looked like it looked like the Kansas City Chiefs at halftime made the adjustments they needed to make.
Adjustments. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Glenn. You're right. They didn't make the adjustments. I would say this though, but we all need Glenn. You're a coach, you know how. But you know what momentum does though. Yeah. Like if you have a lead going into halftime with some momentum, because once you squander momentum, it's not the same, right? It's just not the same.
Mm-mm.
Like, I mean, the good thing is they scored before that gave them some momentum because they scored before the half.
Right.
So they did give them some momentum. But like when you go into that lock, because Kansas City's going to be like how I would look at Kansas City, they're going to think, damn, we should be down. Like, we should be down. We tied, and that's it. Like, they're thinking differently. Washington should be thinking, like, we in it, but we definitely didn't take advantage of our situation. I feel like Washington's up 17-7 or even 21-7. Say best case scenario, they're up 21-7. That's different. Like you're not gonna the game plan for Kansas City is totally different. Like maybe they're throwing the ball more. Maybe it's different now. They're one-dimensional. They're not two-dimensional. They were a two-dimensional offense after halftime coming into that third quarter.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and that being up 21-7, if that was Washington's case, and you got to realize last year, go back to I think George's point. I think you guys said on a pregame or earlier last year, Washington was that team where we went weeks without punting. Right, this offense scored every time they drove down the field. You don't have that this year, right? You're holding your breath, so that makes a big difference in wins and losses as well. When you're not scoring when you normally would score. And that goes to injuries. That goes with the quarterback not being who he is. That goes with wide receivers and quarterback not being on the same level. No excuses, right? They all professionals. But this team, we can't compare last year because it's not clicking on all cylinders like it has been. And it goes back to George's training camp because everybody wasn't there. And then injuries start taking place. So, again, the Washington Command, did the offense show some good things tonight? Sure, it did. Did Marcus Mariota show some good things tonight? He did. But they was also playing a Super Bowl quality team that they played for first half, and you can't leave Patrick Mahomes. Did they have Patrick Mahomes on the run? I mean, they sacked Patrick Mahomes. They had caught the interceptions.
Yeah. He
settled down, and again, he found open guys. He found Kelce, right, on that third down where Kelce stayed in the block. He was able to slip out. They found again Bobby Wagner. Played well in the first half, but again, you have Bobby Wagner on Rice. That's a mismatch. Any linebacker, right? That's every day of the week.
How does that happen in week 8?
Because
how does that happen again in week 8?
You can't scheme everything up though.
You can't scheme everything up. Yeah. You can't put Quan Martin or anybody else on him. Bobby is who he is, and you have to. The linebackers traditionally have the running back out of backfield. Linebackers are responsible for number 3, and number 3 is the back who is ever in the back or the number 3 receiver. So it's one of those things, and you can't do safeties because then you're gonna put a linebacker in depth to go against a receiver. Again, it's not gonna happen. So
yeah, But going into that, I'm going to go into the second half because I think you're totally right about it. Like going into the second half, like Andy Reid made adjustments, dude, and they played the style of football with it, which we've been like asking the Commanders to play. Like they played the ball control type of offense. Like you see the time of possession. They killed the time of possession. Like they ran the football, they threw the football, they played a balanced game. That was a balanced game. They ran Hunt, they ran Pacheco. They ran them both like that. They ran the rookie running back they got. They ran them all. Like, that's what I want from this Washington team. Because what I pride watching this team, and I was hoping for with Marcus Mariota as the quarterback. And Marcus did a fine job. I'm not knocking Marcus Mariota. If Debo doesn't have that interception, I think Debo doesn't cause that interception. This game is totally different too. But I was hoping Washington would run the ball and take that pressure off of Marcus Mariota. We ain't 6 years in. Yeah, I agree. We're not 6 years in. They only scored 7. You know what I mean? That's the thing that bothers me. They only scored 7. With all that being said, that's why I should be told I am putting a lot of this on Cliff. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, like Kansas City owned the time of possession in the second half, and I don't have the numbers, but I know it's some crazy number. But the opportunities were there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the opportunities were there, and they didn't, to me, take advantage of the opportunities to move. But again, also it'll go to my next It'll go to my next question for you all. What was the pivotal play or signature play in this game when you knew, like, all right, it's shifting? Like, it's shifting. It could be early with it not taking advantage of the interceptions, or it could be in the second half or whatever. But when did you know, all right, This ain't this. It's in the Chiefs' favor. I'm gonna start with you, George.
Oh gosh, I mean, honestly, for me it was those 3 plays after the 8-yard run with Mariota. It was 2nd and 2,
Yeah,
3rd and 2, and 4th and 1.
yeah.
And you talked about Debo dropping that interception.
That was right.
Debo had a rotten night, and it's not all his fault. They keep calling these damn wide receiver screens when everybody's hip to them.
Yeah,
it's like we got all. You talked about it. All these people in the box. You can't run the wide receiver screen when there's 8 and 9 in the box because, like one of the plays, they threw it to Luke, and quite literally, Debo doesn't have a chance to even make a block because the guy's right on Luke, almost as Luke catches the ball, and the announcers pointed out, it's like if Luke doesn't come back to catch the ball, that's a pick six the other way.
That was a pick. That was going to be
a pick six the other way, which is, I mean, that's a good play by Luke, but you can't blame Debo for that one because it's like he doesn't have a chance to make the block. Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing? Yeah. You've got to adjust. I mean, you see how many people are in the box. You can't call those damn plays. So those 3 plays, that's when it was like, we've really screwed this up. And even at 7-7, and they get to stop at the end of the half, you're still thinking to yourself, we're probably going to be down coming out of halftime because the Chiefs are probably going to score to start the second half. Because
I'll think the same thing.
It's almost I mean, it's almost like death and taxes at this point with the Chiefs. If they get the ball to start the second half, they're going to score. But the only time they didn't was the Super Bowl last year. Since we got an Eagles fan in here, I'll bring that up just to make
no. I say no. We don't got to mention that. Don't worry.
But it just honestly, every time the Chiefs get the ball to start the second half, they score. I mean, you can almost set your watch by it. So that was it for me. There are a lot. I mean, it's just, God dang it. We had so many chances, but yeah, Deebo Samuel tonight. That's not, if you're going to get a contract from somebody, but it ain't going to be us with something like that. I'm sorry. That interception, that is. Look at the way Jalen Lane was getting fried on social media for his drops. And Debo's, that might have been worse than all of them, what Debo did.
I mean, they both were bad. They're all equally bad.
That's true. Yeah.
They're all equally bad. Glenn, what was that for you?
When I'm going to tell you, it was early on in the third quarter. I believe it was 14 minutes left, where Patrick Mahomes had an incomplete pass to Gray, right?
Yeah.
And then Quan Miller picked up the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we extended the drive. Kansas City was getting ready to be off the field. And then they come back. It was 2nd and 2, right? And then that's when Travis Kelce hit the 38-yard pass to Travis Kelce. And I'm like, you know what? They're starting to click on all cylinders because Washington can't cover guys out of the backfield. You start to see the Patrick Mahomes starting to find the hole in the defense. And then he realized and he recognized, and then the defense was not getting the pass rush that it was once got. And I think that's when Kinlaw went out. So when people started dropping, that's when I'm like, oh, this team is in trouble. Even after halftime, when they saw Larry Tunsil on the side in street clothes, after he had missed 15 plays in the first half, he came back on street clothes. I'm like, they're not going to be able to do anything because you got your best guard. Your best tackle off the field. And then, also when you look at Conley Jr., the sack that happened they blamed Sam Cosby for the sack. That was not Cosby's. That was on Conley Jr. If you look at it, go back. I watched the play. My wife, what you doing? I'm like, I'm rewinding. Cosby was, looked at the inside backer help out, but there was Conley Jr. and there was a receiver outside. I can't remember who it was, and Conley Jr. blocked nobody, right? And that's why the frustration came from Marcus Mariota. Again, he's a rookie, but that's when I knew the Washington Commanders in trouble because again, it was only 7-14 at the point when Kansas City scored. Washington came out. I only had 5 plays, and that's when the sack happened. I'm like, man, if you don't go score for score with Kansas City, they're going to get a lead and keep the lead. And I knew if this team was go 2 scores down, it was over.
Roy says that he thinks that was on Cosme. He said he believes that was on Cosme. He said it was the wrong read. I thought it was Cosme. I thought it was on I'm with you, Glenn. I'm with you. I thought it was on Connolly. Personally, I thought it was on Connolly. But I have to go back and watch it. But I Glenn, your football coach. I trust you. For me, it was. I ain't gonna lie. It's small, but it's the truth though. Because I've kind of looked at it like, all right, those turnovers happen. They happen, and I'm with you, George. I expected Kansas City to come out to have and score a touchdown. So, but I expected us to kind of try to match with them, and hopefully we get a stop or we get like a turnover. We hold them to a field goal or something, right? That was like my thought process. But I ain't gonna lie to you, and this is like I'm looking at the mix of the competitive game. When Jalen Lane dropped that joint right by the 1 yard line, tried to pick it up, I was like, we're screwed. That's where it changed. And now I'm not even talking about the drop pass he had, like even on that. I'm not even talking about that. Like that, it is, but I'm not even whatever. But I'm talking like that play to me, because you can't, like Washington isn't the type of offense right now where we're going to say we can go 99 yards easily to score.
We were last year.
Yeah, but this is your backup quarterback. This ain't Jayden. You know what I mean? And you're trying to ask for Mariota to go 99 yards. I was like, yeah, you're trying. Like, that's when.
Wasn't it weird the way Jalen Lane, like, he took a strange angle to that ball?
Yeah.
It was like he was almost trying to catch it like that.
Yeah, it was just a bad. I don't know what he was doing on. And it was a bad night for the kid. Like, that's I mean. And I'm not here to like say he was a. Like he's like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not trashing. I'm just saying, like for me, that's when I knew personally. I was like, yeah, we're gonna probably punt the ball. And they're gonna score again. We're gonna be down 21-7. Like that's where I was at. I was like, even as like we can get to a certain point, but we needed points at that particular time. We needed points because anybody who's known Andy Reid, like like that dude after like a halftime, like he just makes adjustments. Andy Reid has adjustments. You know what I mean? So yeah, he rescued a drive, but like you're right, he tried to rescue that drive, but it was already over. Like we're talking about scoring touchdowns, like that didn't even. Like I knew that's gonna stop him from scoring a touchdown. If we had started that field, we started at the 35. Like, because I think somebody said he should let that ball go. Who said that? I think it says, was it Rory who said no, Santiago. Yeah. Santiago said we should let the ball. Yeah, should let it go.
Yeah,
should let it go.
It's also a kickoff live football. You usually put your heels on the 10-yard line. If it goes past you on the 10, you let that bad boy go.
Appreciate you, Rory, man. Always appreciate you, my guy. Always appreciate you.
Thank you, Rory.
Thank you for pulling up.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's where I knew it was pretty much over. We got some comments. I do want to read some comments. Paul said, Glenn, did you see how Kansas City defense was lined up? I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talking about on that one? You talking about on the 4th and 1? If they were lined up on the 4th and 1, Kansas City, Washington had the slot receiver was uncovered. The receiver was the outside linebacker he was back off the ball about 10 yards. Washington, Kansas City played a 4-3 defense, so you had a backer that could have picked up the number 2, the slot receiver, on there. You had the far left. I believe you had the left end playing. They was playing 2 yards off the football. The corners were playing 2 yards off the football. I think you could have ran. I think they could have ran the ball, to get to pick up the first down. I'm not looking. I don't know why he actually went for. But they also walked. Here is this what was Spagnola? The Spagnola, right?
I mean, yeah, he brings it. Yeah.
He was bringing heat. He clouded the picture.
Oh,
and
always
Marcus Mariota had to get rid of the ball when you bring in blitz.
Yeah.
You're not going to run the football because he knew they
well, not to bring a blitz. That was a pass. The way he brought blitz was like more of a pass. Like he went an all-out zero pass blitz. Like so, the route they ran a route. That's the problem. Like and you should know Spags ain't going to let you sit and throw the ball like that. That's where I was at. Like you got to know your coaches. Like that's what I'm saying. But like at least you blitz. That wasn't to me a run blitz. They went in. Like he went in.
He was sending everybody, but if they had called a run, but to y'all point earlier, if they had called a run play where he was sending everybody,
you could still make one dude out. One thing about you know this, Glenn. One dude out the wrong lane, that's a house call. That's a house call.
If y'all go back, look, he should have threw the ball to Zach Ertz. Ertz was open.
But it's a quick. I know you're saying that. It's a quick Like he had no time. I ain't gonna lie. That's my problem. He had no time to decipher it. Like that's the thing. Like they were already there. To be real with you, they were already there, and you got to go with your. When that happens, you go to your first read. And Zerk, I'm sure Ertz wasn't his first read. You know what I mean on the play design. So like that's it was Terry. That was like so that's why I was like run the ball. Teams if on 3rd and 1, on 4th and 1, you're going to go out all out blitz on 4th and 1, regardless. You're going to all out run block. Run blitz. That's a guarantee for anybody. You're not playing back on a 4th and 1 because that means you're giving somebody the first down. They're going to be aggressive on 4. You're going to have 9. You're going to have 9 in the box 9 times out of 10. Like just like in goal line, you're going to have like everybody in the box. Washington's still capable of running against people who have everybody in the box. They've done it. That should not deter them from running the football. We got another question. Darnell says, so how would you feel about keeping our defensive coordinator after this game? I know that is a decision for after the season, but do you think Wick saved his job? I don't think Wick was bad. I think he did enough to win the football game. To be real with you,
I mean the whole picture still stinks.
Yeah, it does. I'll say this much. Let me be fair. His first half was spectacular, not just good, spectacular. As you know, it is. But like, if we're gonna say, and on the fair side, though, we're doing it two separate halves. The first half, he deserves to have a lead as a defensive coordinator. What he did, he deserves to have a lead. In the second half, Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs did whatever they wanted to do. That's a fact. Two things could be the same. Like the first half, he deserves to have a lead. Like, but in the second half, they made the adjustment, right? Kansas City made the adjustment. Therefore, and you didn't stop him. And he didn't stop him at all. So I think he did enough because he created turnovers. His unit created turnovers, and Washington's offense. It should have been like we always talk about Glen and George, and we have Candy on playing complementary football. There's an opportunity to play complementary football, and I felt like Cliff didn't live up to his side of things to help out Joe Witt, if that makes any sense.
Well, what have we said all year? When this defense when they actually have a lead, this defense has actually played okay.
Yeah,
and it's like, and that's where you look at Cliff and go, what are you doing? Because, and somebody said it on Twitter, it's so true. It's like, it is so classic because this has happened to Washington so many times. When the offense is great, the defense gives us nothing. And then when the defense turns up, the offense disappears. It's just happened countless times the last 20, 30 years with this team.
We got a question from my man, DC Slim. What's going on, my guy? Says, question, why does every other team start and play young guys, but we don't? We can't. I'll let
Slim?
you go ahead. Go for it.
No, Slim. That's player development has been an issue, and we have talked about that on the Thursday show a lot. That part of the problem is, I understand the situation this roster was in when you took over. You got to get veterans and all this other stuff, but you have got to develop this young talent, and the only way to develop is to play. It's kind of why the Brandon Coleman thing is a little bizarre because
he played well.
He played so well the first year. First couple games is okay. Then all of a sudden, he's not playing. What's going on? And and that's the thing. We're frustrated with Connerly, but he needs to be out there learning that stuff. And you're not going to. Yes, you can sit a quarterback for a year and teach him all that other stuff, but at some point they have to get out there and play. So it's a real problem, Slim. And as frustrated as you are with the coach staff and want to get rid of them, from that perspective, I can understand it because Adam Peters can draft who he wants to and do well in the draft. And if we're not going to play these guys, then what's the point? I mean, I don't know. I'd be curious. I'll be waiting to see the snap counts to see if we saw any Medrano tonight, as for instance. I know McGee played a lot and played well.
Because they know who he is.
I'd like to know if Medrano got out there at all.
But I want to make sure make sure we got to realize this. We don't take anything away from the Kansas City offensive line, right?
Yeah.
The Kansas City offensive line tonight was able to
And they were missing two important pieces too.
Right,
Yes.
was able to stop the Washington defense. Right, Patrick Mahomes had time to throw the football. Now, this back to the Joe Witt situation. Second half, they had time to throw the football, and so when he had time to throw the football, he was able to pick the Washington defense apart. Back to the thing about playing young players. Let's be honest, we didn't play young players last year, and let's keep it a buck, right? Let's be consistent. They played who they had. They played who they played who they trusted. So if you play who you trusted, you had older players, your Jamison Crowders, your Amadeus Zacchaeus. There wasn't that many young players besides Johnny Newton that was playing. You talk about truth be told, we do have a young player playing. You got Josh Connolly playing, right? You have Trey Amos that's playing, right? You have what's the other wide receiver? The young kid, 19.
Lane.
We got Lane. You got Lane playing. So I mean, we say you let the other younger players play. Please let me enlighten me. Which other young players would you like to see play?
Yeah, I know he wants to see play
to make this football team better. And I'm just being honest, right? What else? What other young player would make this football team
better? Oh no, I think he just wants people. I think he just wants young players to play. I don't think he thinks it's going to be like he doesn't get that experience. I think he thinks the season's over.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's 5 games. Can we be honest? They lost 5 games. The season is far from being over. And I'm not saying this team's a playoff team. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the season is far from being over. So you let the guys that you invested in your high draft picks, like Connolly Jr., like your Trey Amos's, like those guys, you let them continue to play and they get better. And as they get better, you might bring a Chris Rodriguez Jr. in some more to let him get more burn, right? Yeah. You continue to build the football. He's another one of your young players. So,
so much about that. So I'm gonna say this again. This is what I'm gonna say about this Bill. Like, there's no knock about Bill. Again, ain't no knock about Bill. And George knows this. We talked about this a little bit. It ain't it right now. It ain't it right now. Again, like, when's the last good game, Bill? Like explosive, like an eye-popping game from Bill. When has that been?
But again, it goes back to the situation I said. We can't tell Dallas game you're down by so many points. You're not going to run the football, right?
All right, so it's in Dallas. I'm just going through the games. Dallas, the Bears. Like, how many games? I'm being real. Like, it's been 3 games. Then, I mean, when's the last? The game was the Chargers. The win was the last good game, right?
Yes, I believe so.
The Chargers. Okay, so like all I'm saying is it ain't been it as featuring him by himself. It ain't been it.
But
like, it needs to spread out because you. All right, when we mention McNichols' name, we ain't saying nothing bad. We ain't saying it ain't working. That thing working.
But McNichols doing a lot more out of the backfield. He's not running.
No, he's out there though. That's my point.
Right. Oh, because he's a better pass blocker.
Well, he's out there. He's out there. Like, what he does translates when you like whatever he's doing with the ball in his hands. He's making plays with the ball in his hands.
Right.
That is fair. Like, I'm
not
getting
more than one damn.
Yes,
carry.
He is making plays with the ball in his hands. And when he does get, and we saw, and if you want to be fair, when he does get the opportunity whenever, he's made plays running the football. So he needs to get more. And everybody knows I'm not a big McNichols person. I'm saying this being completely non-biased. That dude need more touches because he making plays. He needs more touches. Chris Rodriguez and George and I we vibe. This dude needs more plays. He needs more touches. Like, we can't because it's the same. All right, if this was, and let's keep it a bean, everybody here. And I said this, if this was Brian Robinson Jr., we would all be like, he ain't putting up numbers. What he doing? He ain't doing nothing. He ain't stealing the hole. We'd be hot. We'd be mad.
But again, here it is, right? Bill had 17 carries against the Bears, 61 yards. All right, average 3.6.
3.6 under 4. That's not
okay.
Great.
Right, not great. But he only had 17 carries.
But under 3, I paid. I'm gonna lie to you. This is what I paid attention to. I'm gonna hold you. Because the carries is cool. Like, you need more carries, but he's not. That's not his game. It's the average yards per carry is what I pay attention to. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, because that lets me know if you're on the high side. That's why I don't get mad when folks were talking about in the beginning of the season, like, he deserved more carries because he was averaging about over like 4.5 or something like that. If you're 3.6 in the game, That ain't great. What was the set? What was after that? What was after 3.6?
3.6. You had the Cowboys last week, 2.5.
That ain't okay. That's even it's that. So it's getting worse.
Tonight he had 9 attempts.
Yeah.
9 carries.
For how much?
Because for 28 yards. Because McNichols played a lot of the game because they got McNichols was
9 carries. How many yards per carry is that?
2.8.
Because he wasn't like it just. He's never he's never gotten 16, 17 carries. He's not that type of back. His thing is that he has to be good average yards per carry. That's his thing. And if he doesn't give you 4.5 or whatever, you're not getting the best out of. That's not his thing. It's just like any scat back. If you're, for instance, a Kamari would not get the same amount of carries as a Derrick Henry.
Correct.
They're different. They're 2 different type of backs. So if you're a scat back and you're not getting the high 4+, you're not effective. Like, I'm being real. You're not effective. That's not you're not a power game back. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying and being real. Like, if this was somebody else, we would be saying something totally different.
But what I'm saying, I agree with you. But how much of that goes into the fact that the Washington Commanders are down?
It's okay, Paul. I know you wouldn't because you were pro Bill. I get it.
Right.
Like, I'm being real. I'm being non-biased though. Go ahead.
Right. I'm being non-biased.
I ain't saying you. No, I ain't saying you.
Some of that's fair, Glenn, about the fact that they're down. But I'll go back to something that our friend Deluxe, who said in the chat a couple weeks ago.
Deluxe always says it.
He talked about it. He felt like 15 to 17 touches was about the limit for Bill.
Yeah.
And I think
thank you.
That's kind of proven to be correct. And look, McNichols is doing a great job in the passing game. Bill's made some plays in the passing game.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Bill get a throw or two his way.
Too. That's fair.
Because again, he's a scat back, like you said.
Give him in space.
Let's get him in space or get him out in the pattern.
Totally agree with you.
And I just all of this comes down to one thing, and Arta's Life said it. You know, he mentions about the fact that they won't go under center sometimes.
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
This coaching staff is too inflexible. They are not willing to be malleable, to change a little bit, to try different things. There was some of it tonight, but it's like they get into ruts and they don't really adjust or change to the matter they need to, and they don't adjust, and they really don't adjust to the facts on the ground when the facts on the ground change. It's so frustrating.
You know what? I forgot. Hold on before. Hey, folks, if y'all in the chat and y'all want to voice your concerns and opinions about this game,
oh yes,
please. I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been late on this. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Folks who want to come on, feel free to voice how you feel. There you go. It's in the chat. No cussing though, because I don't do cussing. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We got like the Fox umbrella on here too. We don't cuss out here. All right, letting y'all know. Gotta be respectful. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, go to your point.
And also, man. Mike, I haven't seen you in this chat yet. I've been waiting for you.
Mike,
go ahead.
Mike probably sleep, man. Mike probably
he is sleep. You know, my man
sleep,
Paul, my man Paul in the building. What's going on, Paul?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Paul? What's going on, Paul?
How you feel, bro? How you feeling?
Right. Like everybody. Like,
like, you know, what do we expect was going to happen? But, you know, at least they get boat race tonight in a way. They were competitive for the first half.
Competitive, yeah.
Right.
Competitive.
I just had one question that nobody's really brought up. Why do we go from press coverage in the first half to zone in the second?
I ain't paying no mind. That we did that.
We did do that. He went to zone.
It was working, right? Because I remember okay, if that's the case, that makes a lot of sense. Because you know what I've been saying it though. Like, what is Marshawn good at?
Press coverage.
He got the pick, right?
Yeah, he had the pick.
I know.
Trey Amos with the great play on Worthy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, but why did we all of a sudden go? You had what I was trying to tell you earlier. Well, we had Tyler Owens on. Kelce locked him down. Then we went away with zone. I'm like,
oh, that what you saying? I got you. You said why you going? I got you now.
So why do we go away from that? So I'm like, all right.
Some people
I can't complain. They caused 2 turnovers. We didn't score any points.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Like, I feel like. Yeah, Andy Reid gonna make adjustments. Andy Reid gonna be Andy Reid. Like, that's what he does, period. Regardless of whatever. Maybe he was more fixated on like, all right, let me switch it up, overthinking the situation to your point that Andy Reid gonna make an adjustment. So let me try to get in front of it, right? But I will say, to your point, he did enough. I'm gonna say this much. He did enough he deserved the lead. And I'm talking about Joe Witt and his unit. They deserved the lead in the first half. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
At least be down 9-6, or at least we was up 14.
No, real talk, they shouldn't be down. The way you 2 turnovers and the way they are moving, they shouldn't have been down. Like they moved the ball, they should have scored.
Yeah,
at least go ahead.
What I'm saying is 10-0 at the least, the lowest score you should have been up by halftime.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the lowest. Yes, the lowest. The lowest should have been 10-0. Yes.
10-0.
Yeah, I agree.
14-7 been great. And what I was saying was that when I was talking about the line of scrimmage, and I kept talking about in the chats, like Kansas City safeties were literally playing linebackers. I had never seen them in my life. You can literally see them on the screen. You know how you look at the game?
Yeah.
You can't see safeties on the screen that much. They were literally both of them in the screen. I'm like, oh my God, they got everybody up there.
I'm like this though with that though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Didn't trust the deep threat.
But that's too.
Thank you, Glen.
Well, but I'm like this. I ain't gonna hold you. One move away and you can go to the house. Like you block it right. That's why you don't get that type of coverage 24/7 because like one block away, that's where I'm at. Like it's 4th and 1. You better be precise.
Yeah, Cliff never caught a trap in his life.
Yeah, you better be precise because you get one dude out the wrong lane. That's the house call. Yeah, so that's why I'm like.
That's what happened on that John Bates. That's what happened on that long John Bates catch,
that
right?
Long run. Yeah.
Right. That long run, that long catch by John Bates because they had so many guys walked up on the line of scrimmage. They're playing too many guys in the box. So again, the one that Zach Ertz missed, right? The one that came in hot.
Oh, it was hot. Yeah, that was open. Like the middle lane was open.
Yeah, he would have picked up 20, 30 yards. Again, Kansas City was willing. Kansas City was willing to gamble. There was nobody else there except for safety. It was like 20 yards away.
Okay, sorry, but what I want to say about Cliff is if you playing against a speedy defense like KC, because you know Nick, the middle linebacker, my man.
Nick,
you're not going to go side to side with him, man. They kept calling horizontal pass plays. I'm like, this is not working tonight, fellas.
That's true.
They're just waiting for that all night long. They were every screen we called, they were right there waiting for it.
Yes,
every last one. I'm like, come on, Cliff, got to do something. I mean, I can understand the call that got me the 3rd and 1 early in the game. That should have been your bomb call. Then a 4th one.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
you take your wrist shot. You take your wrist shot on the 3rd down call, and then you go for it like with a better percentage play on the 4th down play. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. There you go, Paul. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you got to already have it in your mind. Like, all right. I know I'm going for it. Let me take this shot.
Right. Yeah.
And let me go ahead for this run on this play. Like I'm not gonna go for it all on a 4th down play. Right. That don't make no sense.
Right. And my last point is now I will point it out because I took a note. The last KC touchdown drive, they went up there Wagner twice. They missed with Gray because Gray had 6 if you just ran straight instead of going to the Then they got Rice on him. Rice acted like he was going to turn up, stop. Then he just cut right behind him. I was like, all right. Teams are targeting that for, 8 games in now? Come on. Yeah. My question is, when we going to get Bobby off this field in pass situation? I'm sorry.
I don't know, bro. Well, I'm going to answer this one. But I don't know. Terry should went I felt like that was I don't know. I don't know. He should have went deep. We don't know. But like this. It looked like it. We don't know what that play was because like he broke the route early. That could have been the route play, and he's supposed to adjust. But no one really knows about that. Quarterback may have had his own intention. So I would be interested to hear what Dan Quinn had to say about that. But going back to what Paul said, we know Paul. We talk about this all the time, man. It's either you just don't have him out there or not. Like it is what it is on them downs. Like 3rd down, I feel like on 3rd downs, if it's becoming and I'll say this. And this is for I wouldn't want Jordan McGee on Rice on going up the middle. Like I wouldn't want that either. Like I don't want I don't want that to be a situation. To be real with you,
right?
Because you're going to lose that situation.
McGee would be a better position.
He's a better position, but he's not checking Rice. Like, Rice is too good of a young receiver for him to check him. You're right. If you're telling me between the two, who's better at doing it, should be better with younger legs, it should be Jordan McGee. And I'm telling you. Is that a win situation for that linebacker against Rice? No. That's like I'm not putting like, for instance, like let's change positions. Say that's Justin Jefferson going in that because he would do that. He would go and try to isolate a linebacker. Like he would. That's a lose situation.
Yeah,
that ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, you're right. Definitely Bobby in that. Yes, it ain't going to work. But it ain't. It's a better, in my opinion, it's a better percentage for Jordan McGee. To your point, but it's not a good percentage though. It's still not a good percentage.
The one adjustment he made Tyler Owens a Buffalo nickel tonight,
which he's a big fast dude who's a secondary player, so he's good. He's a safety, so that should work better. Like for real, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We'll see, man. It's just to the point where I was like, all right, Andy Reid discovered what they need. They tore the middle of the field up because they didn't get no passes on the boundary.
They didn't.
Our corners shut them down. I can't get mad at Whitney defense this week, man. It's like, all right,
because they did some good. They did some things that you liked.
Yeah,
they did. I agree.
They played the position like they're supposed to.
Yeah, I feel like you're going against Patrick Mahomes. You're going against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. This is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't get no pass rush, you're gonna get killed.
You're gonna get tore up. You're gonna get tore up, and then also like you can't hold them down forever if you ain't doing nothing.
Correct.
Like you can't hold them down for like your offense gonna have to. Your offense has to be your defense sometimes, bro. That makes any like you're gonna have to make them feel uncomfortable. If you can't do that, then it don't work. Todd says McGee got burnt by Kelce too. Was that zone? Wasn't that zone?
Defense, that's zone.
Yeah.
But Kelce got that big one on a busted play. He was
on a busted play. Yeah, exactly. So
then he got out.
I think this game is hard to judge. Like it's not for me. It's harder to judge. What's hard for me it's hard for me to be nasty on Joe, and y'all know I don't be liking Joe Witt, like as a defensive coordinator. But it's hard for me to be to say this is Joe Witt's fault. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard because that first half was awesome, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I felt like we should. I ain't gonna lie. You Todd, Paul, you talking about 10-7. Man, I felt like we could have been up 21-7 because of that them turnovers, bro. Yeah. I really felt because our offense, they weren't really messing with our offense. We were moving up and down the field. If they did their job and did certain plays, we're not talking about this. Like for real. Like the pass Debo, that I don't even know what that was. Like I'm still trying to figure out what that was. Like a wide receiver screen that deflects off of you right to a defense. Like, bro, you are in the NFL, bro. Like you do know that.
But the defender was right there.
I know, but you the way it popped up in the air though, it's like somebody else hit the ball.
Right.
Like it popped, like it went off of your hands and went up in the air right to the like, bro. What are we doing here?
But it's so different from what happened with Travis Kelce, though.
Right. I'm gonna say this is right in your chest. This is a screen pass. Yeah. I know what you're saying. You're right, but it's a screen pass, bro. A screen pass. Nah, that's like it's a drop. Don't get twisted. You're right, Glenn. But this levels to a drop. Like there's levels to a screen pass. Really, a wide receiver screen pass. It's gonna come on, man. You an NFL player.
And we had one more opportunity for a turnover when Savage knocked the ball out of Rice's hands.
Oh, that's what
and Lattimore didn't pick it. He just didn't fall on
it. George goes like George pissed off at that play.
Fall on the damn ball, dude. Seriously.
Lattimore to me, I think he was trying to make a play, pick it up and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
But that made a big difference because that's a 7-point swing. Now you up. Now you down 21-7. Yeah. Where you could have been the ball, you could have had the ball, and you're only down 14-7.
That's true.
And you're still in a football game because again,
it continues. This team can't cover fumbles.
Todd don't like McGee for real. Go ahead. What did you say?
No, this continues. This team can't recover fumbles.
They don't.
It's a joke.
Well, they're not a turnover team for real. They don't have that knack. It is what it is. I'm under that. That's something that has not been cultivated in their environment. Well, they're not a turnover team.
No, they're not. And here's the thing: the one thing about this team now is what I'm starting to figure out is that we're not good enough without JD. We're not good enough not to have points on turnovers, and we definitely not good enough to turn the ball over and still think.
Let me be real with you. We're not good enough. Period. Like even with JD5.
JD5 gives you a puncher's chance.
Well, he did last year.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. Last year. This year, I don't know. I think the coach is getting in his way. Not him. This is not an insult to him. What's going on around him? It's not. I'm on the side to say he's not healthy either, too. Like you gotta understand. Like I'll believe that he don't got his legs. Like when things weren't going right, them legs work right. So he got us out a lot of stuff. Now it ain't like them legs ain't working the same way. He ain't getting them 30, 40-yard runs anymore.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but he has to. I mean, this team has not been able to work together as a team.
That too.
Which means they have not been able to win on all three phases of football.
Yeah,
and so you got the offense who did well today. I mean, defense did well for half. Offense sputtered. If this team was clicking, if offense was able to move the ball down the field earlier and score, to your point, defense might have been able, Joe Witt might have been able to come more relaxed and more aggressive in the defensive realm because you're playing with a lead. So what happens, I think Joe sometimes in tight games, he gets tight. We say sometimes your butthole get tight, right? He gets tight. He's getting tight, and he doesn't know which way to go and how to move. And so coming out of the half, and when you go to zone, it's like, well, I need to change something because they're going to change something. Well, sometimes you don't need to change anything, right? Sometimes you just need to coach your players up and tell them keep playing, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, because Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy was not beating us deep tonight.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they would, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought they would. I really did. I really thought they would. When my man said, "Yeah, Ron left us with nothing serious. Seriously, it's a joke." I mean, look, man, Ron's players are gone. I don't even know what we even talking about. Like these are all this regime's players. They got rid of everybody. So we last year, when even the mix of getting rid of damn near everybody last year, we got to the NFC Championship game. There, nobody this year. They got all day people.
Is anybody here? I saw in the chat. Is anybody? Somebody said, I think it was Ward before he signed off. Is Terry hurt again, or we just took him out late for?
I think obviously he's feeling something, but I don't think he. We'll see what the report is. I think everybody's.
I think they took him out.
I think we're getting blown out, so I don't know what. Let's be real. We're getting blown out. I don't think he should have been playing after coming back from an injury. There's nothing to prove. Like Debo shouldn't have been out there. Debo shouldn't even been out there.
Nah, Debo plays were kind of limited tonight.
Yeah, so I don't think, to be real with you, I didn't look at it that way. I personally like when you're getting blown out. Why would you have guys who just came off the injury joint still playing?
Yeah,
you know
fair point.
But you know what I'm saying. But think to your point, you got to get into my next play. My Terry McLaurin situation. People. And Paul, you can stay for this because you led me here, so I'm gonna let you stay for this.
Give your props right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, look,
hold on, CVS for C.
I done told so many people, bro. Like I was being quiet too, because I knew like one thing, because God is good, man. I ain't gonna lie, God is good. Because I knew like this one thing, I was like, you know what? The same person y'all was hating on, y'all gonna have to cheer him. I knew it. Like y'all gonna have to beg, like, no, he was in bounds. No, he was in bounds. You would have to really, really fight for that. Just like how you would fight for it. All you little haters would have to fight for the same thing all Commander fans had to fight for. Like, no, he was in bounds. He caught that one. Oh, that touchdown. No, he had 2 feet in. He got 2 feet in. The bomb on the sideline. Yeah, he got his knee in. He got it in. But all y'all saying that dude was a bum. He ain't scary, Terry. Mike, you ain't here. I knew you wouldn't be in this chat. I knew you weren't going to be look, I knew you weren't going to be awake for this. I knew it. I knew it. As soon as that touchdown happened, I was like, oh, he done. He ain't going to come out. He was saying all that talk. He wasn't going to come out. But there we go. When you need a big play, that's why I was like, you 17 there for you. If healthy, he on the field. Like, this is one thing I don't get with certain fans and doubting. This dude was putting up numbers with Taylor Heineke. What's the name? What's the dude's name who played for Carolina? They try to replace with Cam. What's his name? Josh Allen. Some Allen.
Yeah.
Allen's last
Kyle
name.
Allen.
Kyle Allen. Yeah. We some bad ones. I got some bad ones to talk to y'all about, man. For real. Like Kyle Allen. Case Keenum.
It's Keenum. Good Lord.
We got I mean, I like Alex Smith, but one-legged Alex Smith.
Yeah.
He's had some bad ones, guys. But Marcus Mariota is probably better than all of them. And he can always help out a backup. Like he can always help out a backup. And he put up numbers. I don't get
right.
When healthy, this man produces. Y'all mad, like you can't hope when you get hurt. That's not a thing that he doesn't wish to be hurt. Nobody wishes to get hurt. Like Jaden Daniels ain't wishing he was hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes out here, they want to be on the football field. But you folks, when someone's hurt and they can't play, oh, he a prima donna. He is. Like, it's a waste of money. No, ain't no, like injuries happen. Like what happened was, dude, you didn't build up college, you held out, and this is what happens. Your body wasn't accustomed to it. And you kind of you put it all out in that Raiders game and you blew it out. That's what happened. You blew it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you needed him on a big play, that touchdown pass to end the half, that was not just a one per. That wasn't just a per. That was a great pass on Marcus. I'm giving him his flowers. That was a great pass on Marcus Mariota. But for him to able to do the toe tap right there, with the slightest of error, nah, bro. We gonna get Terry his flowers, bro.
Yeah, I gotta give you props, Wole, man. I was cheering, like, yo, I see the difference with Terry in there now, man. It's a
difference, right? I'm telling you, bro. You see it? It's just different. I'm telling you.
It's just the threat of him being on there just got everybody deep. I mean, he beat McDuffie straight down the sideline. I'm like, all right.
Dog, he beat McDuffie. That's arguably one of the best corners in football, one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And with no sideline, with no basically like McDuffie took away most of the sideline. He got that edge on the corner. Again, I don't think it's 110% to be real with y'all, but he got the edge on the sideline, made the diving catch, and was able to get a knee down.
Yeah.
Like this, like, dog, I don't get the vitriol about McLaurin. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I was waiting for it. I was like, as soon as I knew old boy was healthy, I was like, all right, we're gonna see what's up. That's why I was quiet. I told folks, I'm gonna be quiet. There was old boy on Candy side of the YouTube. I was telling him, like, all right, we'll see. He ain't on here either. He should have jumped over. Right. Because he was doing mad talking.
Yeah.
I kept it a bit. I know what I'm saying.
So the thing is,
go ahead.
The thing is, they lost tonight, but looking at the standings, everybody else lost. So I'm like, all right.
Everybody lost. That's what I'm saying. It's not a panic button.
No, it's not. But I'm gonna say this: it's got to be all hands on deck, because they want to make a run. They got to play injured. Everybody got to play.
They got to win 7 out of 9 games to have a chance, and even if they win 7 out of 9, that might not be enough. So I don't know what to tell you.
George, I hate to disagree with you, George. We got some sorry teams that not playing good.
We do, but the fact of the matter is, we lost to Dallas, who just got embarrassed in Denver, and we just lost to Atlanta, who got embarrassed at home by the Dolphins. So what are we talking about?
Well, here's hope.
So I'll say this much. The only team, you got Seattle, who's playing good football, obviously. Yeah. Denver, my man Phil said Bo Nix is out playing JD5. I'm gonna say this though. This is the thing. But Bo Nix.
Hold on. That was not true until the fourth quarter last week.
No, go ahead.
JD5 can't outplay Bo Nix because he's not playing football.
That too.
So come on, we can't. Let's compare apples to apples, right?
Yeah.
You can't compare Bo Nix to a guy who's not playing. Then that's the case. Then Drake May is out playing Bo Nix.
Oh, Drake May has been awesome. That's a whole argument.
You see what I'm saying? So let's not. If JD5 was playing football, and when he is playing football, he only has 1 interception with 12 touchdowns already.
He's a good. No. I don't this is one thing. I don't get into the injury because again. You gotta wait for them to put their body and work out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. But also this is the thing. But the Bo Nix situation, I'm gonna be real. It's really easy to play football when you got a top tier defense out there, bro. And you don't gotta worry about shit. I'm see my language. Where I worry about stuff. You don't gotta worry about stuff.
Bo Nix's season was going nowhere until the fourth quarter against the Giants last week.
Yeah, that too. And he's been inconsistent. In real talk, he's been inconsistent too, though. You're gonna look at. To your point, you're gonna look at certain games, but he hasn't had he hasn't been awesome. Let me put it that way. The only person to me has been awesome. It's Drake May. Who's been awesome. He's been consistently awesome.
Yeah. Drake May showed improvement.
Yeah, that's the one who's been awesome. But everybody
that's weapons in the other 2 people.
Yeah, he finally got weapons, and he never had them last year. So, but he's been I would say both balling. Was he balling?
No, Phil W. I'm not having that. Sorry.
Was he balling against the Colts?
Season was no good in the fourth
game?
Quarter against the Giants. And that Denver defense, you can slow down on them too, because Jackson Dart, without elite neighbors, went up and down the field on them. And so the Chargers have done it too.
I mean,
that Denver defense has been kind of
when you get a lot of opportunities when your defense is that good and you get a lot of opportunities. I don't know. I feel like that's whatever. But I mean, that's your opinion. I'm not here to knock you. I feel you.
No, I want to go back to Santiago said about 17 because the fans are still in their feelings about the preseason, and whether it's fair or not, they have decided that all these ills go back to that.
They do,
and some of these ills do. There's no denying that. He held out. And that's the sort of thing that happens to teams that take a big step back after having a great season. But not all of this is Terry McLaurin's fault. And the fact that the fans have put it all on him and they've let certain veteran players on the defense who stink it up skate, and they're letting certain coaches who are not doing their job properly skate, that's a problem with this fan base. And again, it's not the first time.
Oh, it's not the first time.
Washington fans, and I've been as guilty of this as anybody, will find one person and blame absolutely everything on them. We've done it for years.
Yeah. So I ain't mad at you, Phil. I mean, that's what your perspective. I ain't mad at your perspective.
Right.
I'll say this though about that. Like, I don't really be caring. That's why I don't be caring what fans think. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I don't. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like a lot of folks, like, anytime I see it, like, I heard like folks will say like, oh, you like Terry fans are Glazers and or this, that, and the other. I've heard that or whatever. It's not. Look, man. One, fans have players they favorite over others. I know that. Like, that's just life. I know that. Whatever. I try to stay as like, and even a guy I do like, I try to stay in the middle of all that. I try to stay as like neutral as possible, even of a player I do like. But it like it's how you want to carry it. Because again, Terry's play on the field should never change your mind. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, his play on the field, he makes plays for you. That's always been a thing. Just like when JD5 is out there, you always feel like you have a chance to win. That's on the field. Everything outside of that, like injuries or whatever, I don't equate that to the on the field stuff, because I know injuries are part of football. Now, if you are always hurt, that's a whole different argument. Right. Like, you're like a Noah Brown. Yes, I'm going to put that in the equation. If you're a player, exactly. But if you're a player who's barely never hurt and then you just get hurt, why am I going to, just because you signed a contract, why am I going to ill on you? Like, you produce when you're out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just produced in a Monday night primetime game without
making two incredible catches.
Yeah, but for real talk, without the best, like your best quarterback. With like arguably your best player. No, your best player. You put it like without your best player. Come on, why am I like, so it shows you that you can compete at the highest level regardless. But we know that already about him. Like, so when fans come out and say, well, Terry this, Terry that, and what, I'm like, I don't listen to you because you got a whole different motive. You different. We different. We ain't the same. Therefore, I don't pay you any mind. Like, I don't. We're not the same, because like I don't, because I know the reason why I say that is because you're not even consistent and you don't hold other players on the same level. There are other players who on your same squad that maybe have been hurt and may not be playing a certain way on Sundays, but you still love them. Like, I love Debo. You ain't gonna never hear me criticize. I think Debo's been like awesome, real talk. So that's why I hate even talking about this play today. But let there be somebody else. For a lot of fans who love Debo, they gonna get on him. They ain't gonna keep that same energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, because to me, that play, to everybody's point, that play was big. Him dropping that pass and us not scoring a touchdown or a field goal off of that was huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yep, man. We at the point we can afford nothing like that.
There you go. And look, and real to your point, Paul, you can't do that when you playing against Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. No room for error. No room for error.
You could do that when you playing against Bo Nix. I did that on purpose. You can do that. I'm joking around, Phil, but you can't do that when you playing against Pat Mahomes.
Man, Bo Nix got the cheat code with Sean Payton anyway, man.
Oh man, Sean Payton's a genius. But like that too. But like so that's my thing. Like, but
right,
it is what it is. Like I like Terry. He fried. He did his thing. He did what I thought he was going to do. So I'm not gonna like lean into some of y'all because we lost, so therefore I can't really lean into y'all like that, like I want to.
Question from the panel.
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
Are y'all encouraged by the defensive performance in the first half?
Yes. I am.
Yes,
I am. I actually am hoping that when I like that Jerzon was out there a little bit more. I thought he was out there a little bit more. I hope they utilize him more. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna say this too. I don't know if anybody got the average yards per carry up on what Kansas City did against us. But I will say this
4.9. They got
4.9. There's 4.9 yards. Okay. They've been running up the middle too nowadays. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Oh, I don't know. Our interior is getting a little weak again.
Well,
Just saying.
Kilo went out too.
Before he went out, they were running though too, though.
You know where they're running at, right?
But they still. Oh, a Hunt joint was up the middle too, though.
Yeah.
Touchdown was up the middle, but no restraint. With no restraint. In the Giants in the beginning of the season with Ken Law, I'm getting Ken Law his flowers. This is not actually like he was stuffing dudes in the middle. Folks weren't getting no traction. They getting traction now though. But go ahead though.
No, I'm just saying, like with DJ Wise out, they're doing a lot of slant runs to the inside.
They're doing that too. They running every which way they want though.
Yeah, that's the scary thing.
They're not one dimensional when they're attacking us. You know what I'm saying? You're right. They go inside, outside. It's everything. You're right. Traps and everything. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like, it ain't the same. It ain't the same right now. Like, I'm just saying, like, we got to get. That's what I'm saying. Like, this coaching staff got to get that fixed because it's starting to plague them. Because it's always something. Like I said before, it's always something. It's always we don't got this personnel. We don't got that. We don't got like this system has been bad against the run since his last year in Dallas.
So, Glenn, as a defensive line coach, does Kansas City's short passing game kind of affect the runs up the middle that happened to us tonight?
When you talk about screen game, you're guessing at this point because if you look at their formation, a lot of their formations are bunch formations. They're real tight anyway, so they give you kind of a run formation or they get to screen out. Tonight, Kansas City didn't really spread Washington out, right? They kept him there and they screened because they trust their offensive linemen to get out there and to cause lanes and blocks, and they want to get the ball in the hands of the guys that got space, right? If you watch Kansas City's their 4.9 yard average, a lot of that was not running backs. A lot of that was Patrick Mahomes scrambling and getting out of the box and taking off for long runs. What Washington didn't do well tonight was they got pressure on the quarterback. The linebackers didn't cover lanes, whether it was Louvu or Wagner or whoever. They missed Mahomes. So when we look at the rushing average 4.9, again, you take in consideration what Patrick Mahomes did, who was again Kansas City didn't want him to be, but he was their leading rusher for the night.
Who Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Pacheco was the leading rusher for the night. Pacheco had 58 yards. He had 58 rushing yards.
Oh, yeah. Well Mahomes was not too far behind. Mahomes had 30 yards. Hunt had 40. Hunt had 40, and Mahomes had 30.
All right, to be real, they all averaged high.
Right. Oh, well, Mahomes averaged 7.5.
Yeah,
right?
but they're all high. Like again, the running. All right, if we want to take away Mahomes, right? The backs are still averaging the backs. I'm not adding the other ones. The backs, they're averaging over 4 yards a carry. They're still, at the end of the day, they're still bad against the run. Like I think 12 carries to 58 yards is what? Average yards per carry.
That's 4.8. I got
4.8.
All right. So 9 for 40. 9 for 40 is a lot. 9 carries for 40.
4.4.
They're still they're still running the football against this defense.
Yeah, well, and to Glenn's point, sometimes Andy will have you thinking, I'm going to pass when you think I'm going to run.
No, Andy's awesome. Andy is
awesome. I'm going to run, you think I'm going to pass.
So
yeah,
Andy is awesome.
Andy had them guessing all night.
Yeah. Right.
And to me, it wasn't even – I mean, Mahomes' runs were damaging, obviously, 4 carries for 30, but it's the extension of plays. It's the fact that he can just go along that line without going over it and then find that guy and flick his wrist, and there it is, and it's perfectly accurate. I mean,
Mahomes.
It's disgusting in some ways, but I'm in awe of the man sometimes for that kind of stuff.
But again, but also too to like
Lou was crazy. He pump fake. Lou was spying on him. He pump faked it like he's gonna throw it. Lou went to the right, his right. Mahomes ran up the middle. I'm like,
yeah. So defensively, we still struggle in the secondary. I mean, just think about it. We talk about the run. The secondary still struggles. You almost had 200-yard receivers tonight, right? You had Rice who had 93 yards, Kelce who had 99. We're not even talking about Worthy, 299 yards of passing. Again, and I said we talk about the interceptions and we talk about the turnovers from Washington. Kansas City still was moving the football down the field.
Yeah, they were going in the middle of the field.
Yeah, in the middle of the field though. It wasn't to Paul's point. Like, it wasn't the corners. The corners, I'm gonna lie. The corners played really well. I'm gonna give them their flowers. We didn't really hear. To Paul's point, we didn't hear Mikey's name often. We didn't hear Lattimore's name, and we didn't hear Tramer's name like that. In terms of like covering their man, yeah. But when you talk about Kelce up the middle, like that's in the zone, like Paul was saying, like zone, and even that play was like was pretty much a botch play, right? Where he was blocking, and Kelce got that play on the sideline and ran all the way and ran down the field. So this game is really for the defense. It's a weird game to really judge Joe Witt. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a weird game to judge him. I'm not gonna hold you because I can see both sides of the argument. Like I can see it being, his first half was dope, but also I gotta look at the other side of the argument. Say the second half was like, any regions decided to make adjustments and you couldn't catch up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm on the side too. The game changes if you do something with his turnovers. Like I feel like the play calling changes for Andy if you're up and not down. You know what I'm saying? Like it changes. So it's like if you do your job, Cliff, Joe Witt's game plan is different. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, Glen, you're a football coach, you're gonna call a game different from 7-7 compared to like 10-7 or 17-7 or something like that.
Oh, definitely, man. You take more chances when you
exactly. You're gonna take more chances. Like you may go one-dimensional. Now we're not talking about the run game beating us. Now we're just worried about Patrick Mahomes, and now we can say, all right, we're gonna play more coverage. They're not gonna want to run the football. You know what I'm saying? So DC Slim got a question. He says, do you think they watch game tape on them getting cooked? Hey, where's C-Rod? I know, Phil. Where's C-Rod at? Hey,
yes, Phil.
Hey, who's that wide receiver in Seattle?
What?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
You can tell if they watch film. He in the slot next week.
Oh, he gonna be in the slot. He gonna be in the slot. Hey, bro,
that
he
ain't
gonna be in the
even
slot.
fair.
Bro,
that ain't even fair.
No, he gonna be in the slot.
Honestly.
And all eyes will be on Washington because it's another primetime game.
God damn, bro.
Right.
Well, I can tell you this. Honestly, I feel better playing against Sam Darnold next week.
Because you think they didn't see.
Somebody in the chat, you might even
somebody said that.
Somebody in the chat's like, he's not going to run around and make those.
Yeah,
plays.
Somebody said that. That's a good point too.
Yeah,
and it is a fair point.
But I'll say this though too. Though I would also say like they got a lot of talent on that offense though. Jackson, he may arguably like he playing like the best wide receiver in football right now.
The JSN is nasty, right?
Yeah.
From wide receiver university. At this point.
And then like you got the running game with the two-headed monster. They got dudes, bro. They got dudes. Now Sam Darnold's a quarterback. I ain't not, but I'm saying like I don't think Kansas City got a receiver like him. And no knock on anybody on their squad. They don't got a receiver like him.
No, they don't.
No, imagine if Mahomes had a receiver like him. Imagine what Mahomes would get up to.
Yeah, for real. So it's gonna be it's different because of I don't know, man. We'll see. And I would say Seattle's defense is better than like what we saw today. They're more aggressive. McDonald's an aggressive defensive coordinator, and they're like he's an aggressive defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but you can use that against them, but it's gonna be interesting. I feel comfortable. That's all.
I feel you should be feeling comfortable because you went against one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and now you seeing Sam Darnold. Why wouldn't you feel confident? I get you. I get exactly what you're talking about. Taj, appreciate you, my guy. Says coaches, certain coaches and players went Hollywood.
He's already named a few, and I think Taj is spot on with that. Unfortunately.
Who you talking about? Oh, Cliff. He's talking about Cliff.
No, he's absolutely right about Cliff. 100% he's right about Cliff.
Cliff be hot.
Here's the question though, right? How much of it is not Cliff? How much of it is not Cliff calling the play calls, but is that Jaden Daniels is not running it?
Nah, I think it's Cliff calling the play calls.
Tonight is a pretty big indictment of Cliff.
Yeah.
How much were they changing? How much was Jaden changing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Cliff. I ain't gonna hold you.
He's talking about Luvu. Well, look, in Luvu's defense, right? They're playing him all around. They try to make Luvu into a what's my man named Green Bay? Michael Parsons.
Yeah, and that's bad. They need to quit doing that.
And it's not bad. But again, they had to because when you bring in bigger defensive linemen, right? Luvu's what he did last year is not what he's asked to do this year.
Yeah, they are asking him to do two separate things, which I think is wrong.
Right. So to his defense, tonight I thought he played better in the first half. Second half, he disappeared.
I mean, I just think they need to like just use him just to rush the passer and like blitz him. I don't think they need to do all of this stuff with him. Like they shouldn't.
I mean, he was a spy tonight. Then he was a rusher. Then he was a spy. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
right.
I don't even like. I'm gonna lie to you. I don't even like him as a spy.
No, Mahomes played at one time. Mahomes got him. So I'm like,
yeah, he just because he's too erratic to be a spy. There's a certain level of structure you have to be a player spy.
You gotta be disciplined.
Yeah, I'm being real. Like he shouldn't be playing spy. Like you need to go see ball, go get ball type of dude. Like I ain't gonna hold you. That's where you need to do. And I'm not trying to insult his intelligence. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like he's an aggressive dude. That's what he needs to play like.
Yeah, well,
like what he was doing. Like what he was.
But you got them aggressive defenders. You pump fake them, they're gonna fly.
Yeah, exactly. Just like he need to just go at it. Like, you know what I mean? He need to just go at it. And I don't think he's doing that right now. Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, he should. Yeah, Ty shouldn't be spying though. I ain't gonna hold you. He shouldn't be spying. But hey, Paul, we'll let you go, man, because we about to close out the show, man. Appreciate you, homie.
Well, I'll see y'all next week, man.
And you already know, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate
you. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, we got it. Like, but yeah, this game has been. It was our first. Well, you know what? We already did the positives. You got any positives before we leave the show?
I mean, top 10 Terry's one.
Okay.
Jerzon Newton. I know he got a penalty on that sack, but Jerzon Newton flashed playing defensive end tonight. I think I want to see more of that. Ben Sinnott finally got in the pattern and did something. Let's see more of that too while we're at it.
Oh man, appreciate you, Paul. Man,
thank you, Paul.
I appreciate
you, brother.
I'm trying to think of what else, but that.
Oh, yeah, Martin, man, Taj Martin looked good, bro. Martin, yeah, man.
Yeah, Jacob Martin
looked really good
out there. Yes,
bro. Yes,
that's a great one, Indian Lake.
Yeah,
Taj,
the other Martin was good.
See, look, McGee. See, Sanji, y'all gonna like McGee, Taj. I thought McGee was all right. Taj, you just tough on McGee. I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. Taj, you just be hating on McGee. I don't know why you be hating. I thought McGee was good. Look, my man. Dan, Cliff, and Joe.
He's been calling for that throughout.
I know, man. Look, DC Slim ain't playing, bro. He consistent.
DC, he been consistent last week.
Last week he was the same way. You know what I'm saying? I like about DC Slim. He on me with the Terry stuff, so he cool with me. He said Terry return, Martin and DB plays. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and Luke McCaffrey's a positive. Another good kick return.
Yeah, and a
couple of nice plays in the passing game.
Yeah, he had a couple of catches. He had a couple of catches. You know what I'm saying? He was good.
You keep saying that Mike can wake up, man. Go ahead, George.
Yeah, keep saying it.
I gotta tell the truth and shame the devil on this show. That's what we do.
I mean, Luke was.
That's
solid.
What we do.
Luke was solid. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Luke.
Yeah, I know.
If Luke could have cut the right way on that kick return, he would have housed it.
I know, right, Phil? Everybody be trying to make. I know. I be trying to teach them about Luke, but they don't want to listen to me. They just want. I be like going with the flow. I just be look. I don't want to be a bad guy, so I just go with the flow. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just do. Like I be like, all right, yeah, look, it sounds good. Luke made some catches, man. The kickoff return, he's good at teams, man. He's really good at special teams. So you're gonna hear me ever like diminish Luke McCaffrey's special teams. All right, y'all, man. But anyway, this has been dope, man. We're gonna have. Hey, y'all may have to host a show on Thursday. I gotta do something for a work function.
Oh, I got a game Thursday. Can't.
Okay, we may not do a show on Thursday. That's okay.
Yeah, I got a game Thursday.
It's okay. We may not do a show. So you know what? No show Thursday. We got a break. We're gonna take a break. You know what? It's a Monday night. We can take a break. All right. We're doing a Monday night show. We can take a break. It happens. All right. And also, yeah, I do. I thought he did too. I thought Coleman played all right. I thought he played good too. I thought so.
Good one, Todd.
Coleman did play well. I think Coleman played well. And like I said, I always give it to Tressway. Tressway has
always, man. Tressway is always good, bro. Yeah. Like we said, need to win the next three. Yeah,
yes,
wins. All must wins now. I think Jaden will probably be back for that game. I have a feeling Jaden will be back for that game. Yeah. All right, but anyway, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Before we end this stream, please, if you're on YouTube, please hit this like button for the video. It does well for the Commanders algorithm. If all y'all hit like, I know we going somewhere with it with this show. So if you all hit like, we appreciate it. If you have folks, if you're not watching this, if you're watching this on X or other platforms, feel free to come over, hit that subscribe button, hit that red subscribe button on our YouTube channel. If you're just watching it, please hit that red button to subscribe. We appreciate everybody for pulling up. You guys are dope. Again, we always say this. You guys make this show awesome for real. Like y'all, your interactions with us makes this show awesome. You just add on to it. So we appreciate y'all. Anyway, man, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia for ages. Yiddig, deuces, we are out. Peace.